we rework some LoL champs to be like Wild Rift. Unlikely unless Wild Rift is like noticeably better for League of Legends. So the value would not be to make them the same as Wild Rift. The value would be, oh, that kit in Wild Rift is really good, and it will make this champion better for League players. At this point, Wild Rift and League are two separate games with separate audiences, although there's some overlap, of course. And so a change that's good for Wild Rift isn't necessarily good for League of Legends. A really easy example of this is Gwen. A lot of players are asked all the time, like, why does Gwen get so many skins in Wild Rift? That's not fair. We're a Gwen skin in League of Legends. And the big reason is Gwen in Wild Rift doesn't have to be balanced around pro play. And so Wild Rift Gwen gets to just be more playable, more popular, because she doesn't have to consider the pro meta that League of Legends Gwen has to. And that also results in things like she gets more skins. And so just mentioning, like, Wild Rift and League of Legends are two different games. And so we're not necessarily going to try to keep character parity between the two games. Because what's right for a character in League of Legends could be very wrong for a character in Wild Rift, and vice versa. Like, as an example, in Wild Rift, I believe you can steer Assault, which is pretty cool, but I'm fairly certain you shouldn't be able to steer Assault in League of Legends. Because if you could steer Assault in League of Legends, that would make her broken to play against. Like, imagine, like, the high-level engages when a person with a mouse and keyboard who can pan their camera could steer Assault, right? It would probably be pretty messed up. But it's sweet in Wild Rift, but, like, that's partially because Wild Rift is, like, Global Ultimates aren't as big of a deal because the game, the map is so much smaller, and they're harder to use because the camera things and all this other stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of the idea.